What's going on, everybody? We're gonna get ready to get started in just a minute. Uh, got got quite a bit to go over, so we're gonna get ready to start this show up and get started in less than 60 seconds. Good evening, Titan Nation. How's everybody? Good evening. Good evening. Hey, we're gonna get to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. Wait. That was in 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. We're going to the Super Bowl. We want this. No, that's next week. Oh, I forgot. We beat the Bengals. We lost. Good evening, Titan Nation. This is your man, Chris, a.k.a. Blue Enforcer, coming in. Thank y'all for tuning in to TNT Postgame. Forgive my voice because I don't really have much of one. And before we get into the show tonight, make sure y'all share the show out. Make sure y'all share the show out on all platforms. But I would like to make a public service announcement before we begin the show. Tonight is going to be a dose of reality for a lot of you. A lot of you are not going to want to hear what I have to say, but it needs to be said. A lot of you are not going to like what I have to say. Some feelings are going to get hurt tonight. Some people's emotions are going to get wrecked tonight. I'm going to say some stuff that people ain't going to want to hear. People ain't going to like it. And I love each and every one of y'all. I thank y'all for supporting me. And I hope you continue to support me. But for this point that I'm about to make, I don't care if somebody likes it or not. My show, my rules. Plain and simple. I will understand and respectfully disagree if you disagree with me. But if you have been coming for me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all I got to say is this. Don't come for me unless I send for you. And that's all I got to say about that. But I still love y'all, though. Still love y'all. Gonna respect you. Tighten up through and through. But tonight, I got a whole lot to get off my chest. With that being said, welcome into TNT Postgame. I'm your host, Chris, a.k.a. Blue Enforcer. Forgive me for not having much of a voice, but we're going to carry on anyway. And I'm going to bring on some special guests who have been gracious enough to come on with me in the last minute to discuss this game as the Titans season abruptly comes to a shocking and unexpected end, 19-16. First off, I bring in, you know him, you love him, first, Mr. Titan. Mr. Titan, welcome in, sir.
How's your voice? My voice is shot from yesterday's game.
Okay.
We're here, though. We're here and ready to talk some some football.
Exactly. And then we also have my guy who is also representing the 901, like myself, from the Let's Tighten Up podcast, my guy, Mr. P. Shark. Mr. Shark, how you doing, sir?
Could be doing better. Still recovering from that devastation last night.
Yes, it definitely was a devastation, and I'm gonna let you guys give you our plugs a little bit later on the show as far as where everybody can find your stuff, because these guys put out some very, very good stuff. I'm gonna give a shout out to Titan Upload. I know he's live right now doing the Bills Chiefs game right now, and after yesterday, I really don't want to watch any more football this season, to be perfectly honest. Now, with that being said, if I may, I need to give my brief monologue / soliloquy. Tonight, you're not going to hear me talk bad about the defense. The defense was awesome in this game. Yes, Joe Burrow threw for 348 yards. But when have you have rarely heard of a quarterback throw for over 300 yards and have 0 touchdown passes? It's not very often that happens. It happened on Sunday. The Titan defense records a NFL tying record 9 sacks. Burrow was getting murdered. I don't know how he's still standing after the beating that he took. Forced 5 3-and-outs. Now, Jamar Chase, yes, he had 5 catches, 109 yards. But he really only got pretty much half of his yards on one play. And I will admit, he did kind of get the best of Christian Fulton, at least on that particular day. Other than that, don't really have nothing bad to say about defense. Nothing bad at all. Front four, our 4 horsemen did exactly what they were paid to do. No doubt. You're not going to hear me talk bad about the fans yourselves, because y'all showed up and showed out. It was a beautiful, beautiful scene. I have never seen Nissan Stadium that loud and that packed in about the last 20 years that I've been a fan of this team. It was beautiful. You're not going to hear me talk bad about A.J. Brown, because that dude is the man. Downtown Brown. And he showed up. Julio did a couple of things too. Bodes well for the future. Derrick Henry was happy to see him back. The crowd went completely nuts, scored a touchdown, but you could tell later in the second half, didn't really look like himself completely. Probably was a mental thing. So where does that leave me? Everybody's probably wondering, if they saw my post earlier, what's this big lit thing that you're talking about? You know, you said you're going to get it off your chest. What's going on? Here we go. Buckle up. The number one and main reason I'm probably going to lose my voice tonight that we lost this game, and we are not talking about an AFC championship berth tonight, is one simple name. And he plays the most important position on the entire field. This game was lost solely because of Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill single-handedly cost us this game. And most of you who've watched this show know that I have battled my tail off not to turn against them about a month ago. I tried not to turn them. I was about to turn against them. Some of y'all said, you know what? Stick it out with Tannehill. Don't give up on him. Don't give up on him. Stay in it. I said, you know what? Okay. I'm going to stick it out for Tannehill. I'm going to stick it out. Last night was the straw that broke my camel's back. Last night did it for me. I am done with Ryan Tannehill. Done. D-O-N-E. There is no way anybody out here can change my mind. Tannehill cannot win us a Super Bowl. Yes, he's an okay quarterback. He's a good quarterback. He'll win you a couple of games, maybe a division title if the division is weak. But he ain't going to take us to the promised land, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for y'all to realize. Wake up and smell the roses. Take your blinders off for a second and understand what I am telling you is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Tannehill is not the answer. He's not. I see all of y'all out there defending it. Some of y'all out there defending him. My God, Chris Frazier, love you still, but got to get you. Your boy Tannehill, Tanner Thrill, is Tanner gone. Tanner don't. Tanner sucks. I am done with Ryan Tannehill. Y'all remember a couple of years ago, I stabbed Marcus Mariota in the back, and I gave my loyalty to Ryan Tannehill? After that performance yesterday, and I was there live to witness it. Mr. Titan was there live to witness it. P-Shark watched the game. We can't get that moment back. This was supposed to be the year. Everything was lined up correct. Derrick Henry is back. You got your full slate of health. Your defense played their asses off. Now, it should have been a bad feeling when he throws a pick on the first down play of the game. Now, I called it. I said, first play out of jump. I told some people around me, there was a couple of Bengal fans sitting next to me. I mean, hey, some of the Bengal fans were actually pretty nice. Most started to get annoying at the end. I said, first play out the gates. Play action to Julio Jones. That should be the first play. Love the play call. The throw was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You gave Jesse Bates too much time to recover and just step right in front of Julio and take it. The second pick. Okay, you know what? That one probably more so was a good play by the defender. He came in completely uncovered, got his hands up like you're supposed to do, tipped it, and you know when it's a tip drill, anything can happen. But the third one, that's it. You cannot make mistakes like this in that type of game. And you throw a pick when less than 30 seconds to go, it's a tie game. At worst, it's 35. And I saw a little clip. Ferguson was wide open in the middle of the field. Would have gotten you the first down. Or at worst, it sets you up maybe a 4th and 1, 4th and 2-ish. And in that case, either you let the clock run out or you punt the football. Cincinnati should have never saw that ball again in regulation. You either get in field goal range or you punt the football for overtime and let the chips fall where they may. Ryan Tannehill, and I'm going to get to some of y'all comments in a minute, but I'm letting this out. Because, yeah, as Mr. Tight said, big mad, I'm white hot. I was so mad last night, I didn't know what to do. I had a depressing 3-hour drive home. Cannot make this up. Luckily, and yeah, when I said I didn't want to talk to nobody, I was like Stephen A. I know how he feels with the Knicks. I didn't want to talk to nobodies. I was ticked off, and I still am. And if you ain't a fan of the Tennessee Titans watching right now, you make me sick. But I still love you anyway. Most of you. But I know some of y'all some haters and y'all can kick rocks. So again, I am done with Ryan Tannehill. And I know there's a bunch of people out there that said, no, don't talk bad about Tannehill. It wasn't just his fault. It was 90% his fault. Now, there is some blame that does need to go on Todd Downing. Todd Downing is pathetic. Todd Downing has no feel for the game whatsoever. You're running the ball down their throats, doing it effectively. Why are you changing it? You keep running it till they stop you. You should have gave Deontay Foreman a few more carries. If you see that Derrick Henry's wearing down, Foreman, that's what he's there for. And on the last play, for the love of God, why are you targeting Nick Westbrook-Ikhine? I have said this too many times, and I'm kind of sick of saying this. A.J. Brown and Julio Jones, that should be your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th options. And you go to neither one of them in the biggest moment of the game when you need a first down. I'm forcing it to AJ and Julio the whole game. And I'll just be like, hey, I dare y'all to stop them. This is what I'm going to do, and it ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Todd Downing has to go as well. We got to find a way to get out of Tannehill's contract. The only problem is we might be stuck with him at least another year. Salary cap hit $38.6 million. If you cut him, which I know they won't do, $57.4 million in dead cap. Only way we can get rid of him is for a trade. And the only problem is, at this very moment, we don't know what that viable solution would be. Could be Aaron Rodgers, although I don't like him personally. Or Russell Wilson, but I don't know if we'll be able to get him there. You should at least take a look. But Tannehill and Downing cost us this game. Shouldn't have went for 2 on that field goal. You should have just kicked the extra point. On the 4th down, you should have called a different play. Maybe play action, dump it to Ferkser in the flat. Pick up a first down that way. They know you're going to run. Or a quarterback sneak. It has never failed. So again, I know I said some stuff people don't like. Love y'all, but I don't care if you agree or disagree, but we can respectfully disagree. I'm going to get to some of y'all comments right now in just a second, but gentlemen, the floor is yours. Your response or reaction. Mr. Titan, I will let you go first, sir.
Well, there's 5 stages of grief, right? There's denial, there's anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Which one are you on? I think you're at number 2. I thought you skipped it, but my friend, you are at number 2. And I understand half of Titan Nation is at number 2 as of anger right now. I mean, we're still angry about what happened, right? You have Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, and you get 16 points in a playoff game. That's rough. That's unacceptable. Again, I agree with everything that you hit everything on the mark, man. I think 2 things happened. Play calling was atrocious, and Tannehill just doesn't seem like that guy. Like we were talking earlier before. I saw Matthew Stafford his first time get the job done when you needed to. That's why they traded for him. For moments like this, not for a regular season, for moments like this where crunch time in the playoffs, and he showed it, and they beat the Bucs. That's what we need. We need someone to carry this team, especially when we need the most. It's 2 years in a row already for Tannehill. The first time he threw it to
Khalif
Raymond?
Raymond.
Yep. Going for Khalif.
Second one, Westbrook-Ikhine. Now, yeah, we could say, I think Ferkser was down the middle, like by himself. Mm-hmm. I understand. And in that moment, it was probably intense. But the play calling, and it's not only, you can't say, hey, it's only on Ryan Tannehill. I understand most of it is, But you got to look at Todd Downer's plays and the decision making down the stretch. The 2-point conversion in the first quarter. There's the screenplay, like you said. Foreman had an excellent drive. He was just murking them, just killing it. And you decided to do a screenplay. A screenplay which the Tennessee Titans, as we all know, never worked from the very beginning of the season. Our screen game is one of the worst in the league. Like, why would you do that?
Running back screen game kind of sometimes works. With Hilliard, with Henry, sometimes it works. Wide receiver screens, unless it's AJ, it rarely works.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't mean to cut you off. Philomatic, thank you for the super chat. And like I said, I'm getting to some of y'all comments, but Mr. Titan, continue, please.
Now, again, that interception that's not on Tannehill. I mean, it was just a good play. You got to give credit to the Bengals. That was just a heck of a play from, again, the first play, a little behind him, took a little bit longer. And man, I saw it from the get. I'm like, Julio's open, took too long. I was like, another thing, the 4th and 1. I don't mind. We talked about a little bit of truth about, should have kicked the field goal. It's 16-16. I'm not upset with going for it. I'm upset with the play call.
Yeah.
It was just obvious that Henry was going for it. And at the same time, Henry just didn't, like you said, didn't have that juice. I wanted more of Foreman. Foreman was, you give it to Foreman. He had the hot hand. Like, I understand Henry, but you can tell Henry it's just something about it. Usually when he's healthy and stuff, that's an easy first down. But it's not that he gave up on the play. It just he didn't seem, I don't know if his foot was bothering him. Again, he does tend to take a longer time to get going, especially the last time he played was in October. But why not play Foreman? And that, again, goes down to Todd Downey. Why not? Why not Foreman? He's been our back ever since, and he only had 4 carries, but those are the best carries in the whole game. Why not use a younger, fresher legs? And it's upsetting, and it sucks because, like I said, the stadium was rocking, the defense flawless. You couldn't ask for a better game from the defense. It's just when it came down, the better team didn't win. We beat ourselves
again. And that's all I gotta say. The Cincinnati Bengals did not beat the Tennessee Titans. Heck, I could even go further. The Tennessee Titans did beat the Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill beat the Tennessee Titans. Plain and simple. Now, Daryl John mentions tackling. Now, there were a few moments of missed tackles, so I will kind of agree with that. CW says, for us, who looked like the better quarterback? Joe Burrow. He got sacked 9 times. And let me say this, and Shark, I'm going to let you get to yours in a second. Joe Burrow, I have nothing bad to say about Cincinnati at all. Cincinnati, if they fix their offensive line, they are going to be a problem. You're looking at the Chiefs and Bills right now. Cincinnati can literally stick their nose into that fight. You got Mahomes, you got Allen. Joe Burrow is sticking his nose into that fight saying, look out for me. I'm coming. And I like that swagger that Smoking Joe Cool got. So I got absolutely nothing bad to say about Joe Burrow. And a lot of people are agreeing with me, like Ryan said, it was a slap of reality. And most people see it. Ryan Smith, Reggie saying it. Yeah, truth. Some truth going to be told tonight. And I know there's a lot of y'all, 615, I know he said we had 3 straight winning seasons with Tannehill. Yeah, 3 straight seasons. But where have we gotten to? We haven't gotten to a Super Bowl. We haven't won an AFC championship. Yeah, we got 2 division titles. But what else do we have to show for that? Nothing.
Don't mean anything. It really
doesn't mean a thing. All the wins in the world mean nothing if you ain't holding that Lombardi trophy at the end of the day. Shark, I'm going to let you get in.
Yep. And to build off that point, it's levels, right? So we got to the AFC Championship 2 years ago. Last year we lost the first playoff game, but we knew we had a bad defense, so it wasn't as crushing. This year we traded for Julio. Our defense gets better. We have the best defensive line. They give you 9 sacks, and you can't score more than 16 points. You only gave up 19, and really you only gave up 13. 6 of those points came off of Tannehill's interceptions.
Yep.
You win the game, you don't throw them 2 picks, right?
That's right, because one of the interceptions, we still forced the 3 and out. That's right.
Right. So I can't, man. I'm done with Tannehill. Unfortunate thing is we are probably stuck with him. But I'm like you. I did say earlier today, told him my guy Savage on his podcast, I don't know sports. We at least attempt. I want to hear of an attempt of trading for Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson. And Aaron Rodgers, by the way, has choked in playoffs the last couple of years. So I kind of feel your sentiments on saying, like Aaron Rodgers either, because he choked last night as well, and he's been choking. But since he won Super Bowl 2011, so starting to get a little eerie of that. He's starting to look like a regular season quarterback, similar to what Peyton Manning was. But Ryan Tannehill is that just not up to the MVP level. No. But hopefully, I just want to hear an attempt. If not, I did tell my guys, and this was a month ago. I had been taking up for Tannehill, but I thought about what San Francisco did when they traded up and got Trey Lance, and now he's like sitting for a year behind Jimmy G, and also Pat Mahomes. Remember, they had Alex Smith, similar situation as us. Alex Smith couldn't get him over the hump. They drafted Pat Mahomes, set for a year, then put him out there. So I'm thinking with the Titans, another option I've been thinking about is going that route, especially this year with the quarterbacks not being – there's no high commodity quarterback. All quarterbacks are kind of –
not in the draft anyway. From what I'm hearing in the draft, it's not really a good stock of quarterbacks that's coming out. Kevin Pickett, maybe. Malik Willis, I mean – I don't know if he's good in level of competition. I'm gonna have to go watch his film, and maybe there's a chance that you get a Russell Wilson or a Patrick Mahomes. I never heard of Patrick Mahomes. I saw a little bit of Texas Tech, but I've never really heard of Patrick Mahomes until the combine, and they showed off his arm. Next thing you know, look at him.
Truth, anything could be better than a Logan Woodside. I'm good with just give me someone else. And let's see what he can do. What's the worst that can happen? Logan Wilson just knows he's like he got the cheat sheet. He knows every damn play for the Titans because he's been there for so long, but hasn't seen a snap. So I'm looking to see a new face.
Yeah. And I mean, I think some other people are seeing the light as well. And I thank you. I see a lot of you agree with me. I know some of y'all. Look, again, none of us are leaving the Titans. I know there's a few that's like, I'm done with the Titans and all that, and I still love you. I've heard a few of that. I mean, I'm still going to ride and die with my team, but you got to make some changes. I'm wondering if I'm going to renew my season tickets. I'm like, show me something. Show and prove. Don't stay stagnant because you had a window. Chiefs ain't going to start off 3-4 next season. Buffalo is still going to be there. Cincinnati is only going to get better. Mac Jones is only going to get better. The Raiders, they might feel like, you know what, we might have something. Justin Herbert, if their coach might get better. The Chargers might be there. So we got our work cut out for it. Now, Jimmy G might be getting out of San Francisco, but looking like the way that's going, it's becoming a little bit more expensive to move on from him. So maybe say, you know what? San Francisco, y'all want to give up Trey Lance? Looks like y'all stuck with Jimmy G. Might want to give up Trey Lance. Green Bay, are y'all sure y'all good with Jordan Love? I know he had that one game where he stuck. Maybe we could develop him a little bit. You don't mind? Something like that? So
no, but I agree with you. Yeah. The AFC is only going to get better. This was our one shot where, like you said earlier, everything lined up. I mean, truth. The last time we were the number 1 seed, 2008? Like, with this defense, the offense that we had, it's just disappointing. Because again, for me, I'm never the type of person that said like, oh, Super Bowl or bust, but that was this season. Yep. Super Bowl or bust. because
Right.
there was no excuses. They had no excuses. Everyone came back healthy. We had another week, and like I think the stat was with Mike Rabel, he was 8-0 coming off a bye. Well, that just changed.
Yeah. And I'm going to give shout out to Philip for another super chat. I appreciate you. He said, I kept saying for weeks here that Downing will be our downfall. You can't go your first 4 drives and get 0 points. Slowest starting playoff team. And that is no lie. We started off slow way too many times. Austin Stanley said on A to Z Sports, and that was a very troubling stat. 17 games, 17 first opening possessions. We've went 3 and out on 13 of those possessions.
Yeah, we started. We were, I think, 1 for 8 on third down.
We were 1 for 8 on third down, but on our opening drives, we have only scored on 3 opening drives this season. And we were 1 for 8 on third down in this game. So, I mean, we got problems. We got problems. And a lot of people need to get out of being in denial. Get out of being in denial. Tannehill ain't the answer. Downing ain't the answer. Vrabel deserves a little blame too because he allowed this to happen. You had everything lined up. Henry coming back. Healthiest you ever been. Number 1 seed. Packed house. And you give us that. You give us that. Really? How are you going to establish any faith? I appreciate the 46 people that's in here. We stunk offensively. Joe Burrow made the plays needed to be played. We did not. And the fact of the matter is, I can honestly say I would be happy if we never get the number 1 seed ever again. Because it feels like that is a curse.
We're a road team.
Mm-hmm.
We are better on the road.
Yep.
We are better on the road. And I'm going to try to, let's see, got another super chat from Chad. I'm going to get some of the comments earlier. Let's see. Said, just got home from Nashville. I'm over this. When will it be our year? Been a fan for 22 years. It's gut-wrenching. Hey, I've been a fan since 1990. I've been a fan since 1995. I was 12 years old, 13 years old. I was in high school when we got to the Super Bowl and the Music City Miracle. I literally cried when we didn't get that 1 yard. I cried.
I was in elementary school, truth.
Me too. I was
I didn't want to throw that out there, but
I'm trying to say I'm an old man. I'm trying to say I'm an old man.
I'm just saying.
What? We gotta laugh. We have to laugh to keep from crying. Right. We gotta laugh to keep from crying. But Chad, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much for that. But I mean, gotta laugh to keep from crying. I mean, because you can't make this up. You can't make this up. And it is terrible. I mean, my God, you had everything working for you. You, as you said, Mr. Titan, the better team did not win this game. Joe Burrow is going to be really good, but they were not the better team. Tannehill handed that game over to them. And now we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, they're saying some players were really giving it all. I'm not denying that at all. I think everybody was giving it their all. Everybody was giving it their all. I'm not saying that. He said, dude can't even win a playoff game. Well, Tannehill won 2. Mainly because of Derrick Henry. Mainly because of Derrick Henry. So I'm just, and Mr. Titan, we were saying it, and y'all can agree with me. National media is going to talk crap about us, and there's nothing we can do about it.
You can't
I
get
want to
mad
see
at
them.
them. You
Hey,
can't get
I-
mad at them because
Hey,
they
you know
were
what?
right. They were right.
I avoid watching national media. Now I actually want to watch it. I actually want to watch it now. I want to see them talk because we deserve it. I actually want to see it.
Yeah,
It's
I
crazy.
agree because I'm like, I retweeted the Kyle Brandt where he did his thing on Good Morning Football,
Mhm.
talking about who can step up. I mean, he was laying out the truth on all of it, saying, you know what? Everybody's against you. Everybody wants you down. Nobody wants you to win. And even if you do, you got the Chiefs or the Bills. It's like he believed in us and we let him down. We let him down. Reggie, I appreciate the super chat, my friend. Said our defense went from worst to first, overcame record-setting injuries, only for our quarterback and OC to cost us when it mattered the most. Shane Bowen, I owe you an apology. You're darn right.
Me too.
Yep.
Shane Bowen, I am so sorry. I will keep saying that. I've been apologizing to Shane Bowen for about 2.5 months. Shane Bowen, I am so sorry that I doubted you. What I really should have been doing is doubting Todd Downing or downfall, as somebody said. Zarice, you did make it. King Isaac, let him talk. We can't say nothing. We can't say nothing. There is nothing that we can say. There is nothing that we can say that can justify the terrible performance we put on. And like I said, I'm trying to get to some of y'all comments. I know some of y'all are disagreeing with me, and that's okay. We gonna tighten up anyway. As I say in the end, that's all we know how to do. Some bad decisions were made. You know, I'm appreciating all of this. Chad Bagley said, I give up a first for Wilson or Rodgers. No cap. This is our Super Bowl window. First round pick suck anyway. I mean, honestly, we're going to be picking in the back end of the first round anyway.
Exactly.
So theoretically, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. And Miss Mims, I'm so sorry that you had to celebrate your birthday like that. Miss Mims was celebrating her birthday yesterday. All she wanted was a win. That's all she wanted.
Well, happy late birthday. Sorry.
Yeah, happy belated
Miss
birthday.
Mims, yes, I hope besides the loss, you still had a very good birthday. I know the loss hurts.
I hope you're Tennessee tough still though.
Yeah, and Ian, 100% right.
They not.
We need to shut up about wanting respect.
Yep.
When the national media talk crap about us, we deserve to have the crap talked about us. We do not deserve respect. We don't deserve any respect right now.
And you know it's crazy. The reason they don't respect us was because of Tannehill. They didn't believe in Tannehill.
Exactly.
Hey,
And Tannehill,
the media was right.
He proved the national media right. Now, I got to say, Sean was right. And you know how much that makes me throw up. So now, I want to ask you gentlemen this question, and I think I know where both of you are going to go with this. I could be wrong. Titans win the division, lose in the divisional round. Is this season a failure? Sharp, I'll let you go first.
Definitely. At the very least, they had to at least host their very first AFC championship game. And we continuously lose as the number one seed. This is the third time as number one seed we lost at home. It's a failure, man. We came in with Super Bowl expectations. We had 91 different players throughout the season. Still got the number one seed. I gave Downey and Tannehill a couple of passes throughout the season because they were missing guys. Like AJ and Julio out. Derrick Henry's out. All these guys are out. Everybody back in the playoffs. And I said early in the season, I'm like, I need to see Tannehill do it with those three guys with them. They were there.
Yep.
And him and Todd Downing didn't do it. 16 points.
I don't mean to cut you off. Chris Frazier, thank you for seeing the light. You know it was Tannehill's fault. Yes, bad play calling, but this was Tannehill's fault. I know you love Tannehill, and we cool. I know we agreed to disagree. We were kind of going back and forth on Facebook, but that's just the truth. and somebody else is trying to tell me, you better tighten up them lips, Blue Enforcer. Don't be talking bad. I'm like, look, don't. Kendra Moore from the Real Housewives said it best. Don't you dare come for me unless I send for you. If I don't send for you, don't come for me. Because I will make you look stupid. And obviously, everybody else is Haley, who I appreciate came on my ladies' night that I was in college.
Oh,
Hey, we were up there in age. We up there, but we still looking good.
that's some competition now, Truth.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I got a little. I got a little.
You got the nuggets on today.
And now my little brother, who's a big Bengals fan, he called me and you know what, Christian, my brother, I'm gonna say this publicly. My brother, I'm sorry for how I treated you last night. Congratulations to your team for winning. I got nothing bad to say about Smoking Joe Cool. Nothing bad to say about it. Your O-line does need work because that was unacceptable by them. But congrats on the victory. Look forward to seeing y'all in Nissan Stadium next year because y'all are coming back. But dagrabbit, I'm ticked off.
I love this is the best. This is the best comment of the whole night. I love it.
this is the great.
Let me tell you something, brother.
I gotta star that one for Philip Maddox. Another super chat. TNT about to co-sign with me, Sean Winnie Bastard tomorrow. Hogan joining the NWO and leg dropping Tannehill. You know what? That's exactly what I feel like I am doing. I know, when I turned on Marcus, I felt like the Shield, Seth Rollins hitting Roman Reigns in the back with the chair. That is exactly what I think I'm doing to Tannehill. I'm coming in like, Tannehill, yes. And then leg drop right on him. The national media is going to pass us, and I can't do nothing but agree with what they're saying. Can't do nothing but agree.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do nothing but agree. I did drop the leg on him. You're daggone right I did. You are preaching the truth. I have no choice. Raise this. You don't throw the NWY of all people.
Triple covered.
2 weeks to prepare. Unacceptable. Now, Power Hour said, who is realistically out there we can replace Tannehill? Now, that is a key point. That is a very key point. Now, we'll see some stuff, transpire once the offseason really gets started. But right now, I don't know who we could replace him with. That is an excellent question. So, Mr. Titan, I want you to get your thoughts too, as far as disappointment, failure, and we're going to talk about now in a bit what could be next.
Like you said, man, it was either hosting AFC Championship in Nissan Stadium, like they said, right? The slogan, "We run the South." It goes through Nashville. Well, that went out the window real quick. Like, no, the opportunity. Again, us getting Julio Jones to contract with Derrick Henry. Again, Derrick Henry's not getting any younger. Like, again, running backs have a certain window where they exceed and then they're done. And I feel like we're wasting it, especially with the team we had. We had the Super Bowl defense, right? We had that nasty defense, and that was our front four guys. So just disappointing. Yeah, I feel like it was. If it wasn't getting to the AFC Championship, I might even push a little bit further. If not even hosting a Super Bowl,
right?
I don't. Again, the AFC South, the champions, division champions, that doesn't really mean anything. It's a nice little banner to have in Nissan Stadium, but at the end of the day, I mean, we're watching football like the Titans are next week. You're right there, Truth?
Yeah, I was hearing a bunch of knocking on the door. I'm like, I think I have a visitor coming in. Please. I had somebody coming in, my other half. Shout out to the Mrs. So Now the question is, and again, they're saying it. Will allow somebody not named AJ Brown or Julio in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And threw a pick on the first play of the game. Pitiful. It's like I want to cry, but I'm trying to laugh to keep from crying. Talking about, and Classic Rock Company said, I'm going to try to learn from this. It's really going to sting. You daggone right it's going to sting. I didn't even listen to the press conference because I didn't want to look at them because I felt like I wanted to punch through the television.
I did too. I stopped watching everything. I stopped watching sports in general. I really didn't care. Just damn it. The Chiefs just sacked the Bills. It was
wow.
It was
fourth down.
Yeah, I was like,
damn.
But yeah, I stopped. I stopped for a little bit. I won't lie, made me feel a little bit better when Packers lost because it kind of focused their attention on the Packers and not us. Right. And then now with Tom Brady losing again, and it's weird that 3 games in a row came down to the last field goal. So,
that is funny.
Please,
that's funny. Hell no. Hell no. I would rather deal another year of Tanner trash than dealing with Mariota.
So yeah.
I'm like, my God. Oh, some of y'all are a trip. Some of y'all are a trip. Oh my God.
Whitehurst back. We want the clipboard Jesus.
Right. Right.
Logan Woodside versus Charlie. Who it is.
Out of retirement.
Oh my God. Some of y'all talking about bring back Mariota. Please don't do that. Ian saying, thank you, Mr. Titan.
I appreciate it, Ian.
Overdrive said, truth, being appreciative to everybody. Like I said, Stafford didn't throw no dumb interceptions either. Running back fumbled twice, and they still made it through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. Rams went for it for a couple of years, and they are looking like they're getting there.
Well, that's why they sacrificed what they had. That's why they traded to get that QB because Goff couldn't do it. Stafford stepped up and did exactly what Ryan Tannehill couldn't do.
Yep, in the big time moment because he didn't do that.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks, right? That's why he has that contract. Look at Dak. That's why everyone was on Dak because of the big moment. They don't pay him for the regular season. The regular season, I don't care. You can go, 10-6, whatever.
Right
that's
back.
Great. But when it comes down to the real moment, that's what happens.
Oh.
So, you right?
Liquid courage.
Oh, all right. My man got him some drink. There you go.
Yeah, I had to do that. So, I mean, Alex Orderstruck said, stunk it big time, need a quarterback that can win games. And Reggie comes up with a good question. In hindsight, do you regret us not playing Henry week 18? And I thought me and Reggie had a conversation last night about this exact same question. So, gentlemen, I'll leave it to you. Should we have played Henry week 18?
I don't know, because maybe he wasn't ready. Maybe the foot was bothering him. Maybe he was just not ready to go. I feel like if he was ready to go, I think they would have at least, knowing that he takes some time to get going, they would have played him. So maybe he wasn't just ready. I mean, if it was my case, I would have played him just maybe a couple snaps, just get a little bit comfortable, and get hit a couple times. But you never know what. I mean, you never know what could have been happening.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, I think the same. If he was ready, sure, give him with 5-10 snaps. But if he wasn't, no.
Look at the second half. Like you saw,
he started getting yards.
Yeah, he started doubting himself. He just started to kind of wasn't.
Yeah. And this is not a bad thought from the power hour from my guy Mike Bishop. And make sure y'all check him out because he does some good stuff, does some very good analysis, and he breaks things down a little bit further. He said, Ken Dorsey from Buffalo, former quarterback, give him the passing coordinator job along with the OC. LaFleur and Smith knew how to use Tannehill. Downing didn't. That's not a bad thought. I mean, Ken Dorsey is a former quarterback.
Wow, the Bills just scored. I'm sorry.
That's why I don't know y'all saw my face expression. I was like,
4th and 13.
Corner
Wow.
fell down. Stephon Diggs.
Wow.
Wow.
But now, now what? Do you go for a 2-point conversion?
Yeah, go up by 3.
You got to go up by 3. You got Mahomes. With how many timeouts? 3?
3 timeouts.
They're going for 2.
That's too much time.
You know, I honestly was like, I didn't really want to watch the game. Oh, he might run it.
They got it.
Oh,
wow. Yo.
Oh,
finish.
See, that's a quarterback.
Yep.
That's a quarterback. And I remember that Josh Allen, in his second year, a lot of people were starting to doubt Josh Allen. We're wondering if he was going to be the guy. And turns out he is. And Power Hour is right. Fix the wheel, not the entire car. We just need to get a couple of parts.
And shout out to Upload, who actually made a prediction on Twitter, and people like scorched him, man.
Yeah, he did. He did say that the Bills were going to go to that it was going to be the Bills, and it wasn't going to be us. He picked against us, and you know what? Smart man. I definitely was not going to. What did I say? Gardner Minshew.
Hey, I thought about that.
Hey,
that's not a terrible option.
Yeah, that's a competition for Tannehill. I thought about that, low key.
He would be a good backup. He wouldn't be a bad backup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. You know, we still have a window, but some of these other teams are getting better. So we got work to do. So now, before we do get ready to call it a night, let's ask the question, what now? What do we do now? Season unfortunately came to an abrupt end when it shouldn't. We should be probably getting ready to host the Buffalo Bills or the Chiefs. But now what's next? Tannehill? Got to wonder if we can find a way out of this contract. The Rams found a way out of Jared Goff's contract. So it's not impossible. But we got some other problems. And I watched this on Chat Sports. And we got some questions. A.J. Brown. Now, there was some good news. Ian Rappaport came out, and this was before the game. He said, the Titans are looking to make A.J. Brown one of the highest paid receivers in the league.
Deserves it.
Which I'm like, he deserved that money. So it does look like the Titans and A.J. Brown are looking like they're going to work something out, a long-term deal. Because he's going into his contract year. So it does look like the Titans are going to try to get something worked out with A.J. Brown to keep him here. You're darn right, you better. Big Jeff.
Got to.
You got to either pay him or you're definitely picking up his fifth-year option. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Mm-hmm. That is it.
Give me Harold Landry. Give him his money, man.
That was where I was going next. That's where I was going next. Jeffrey Simmons, fifth-year option, you got to pick it up. You have no choice. Harold Landry, pay that man.
Whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants, pay him. I don't care what you got to do. Pay that dude his money. And then, now Bud Dupree already taken care of. Danico Autry already taken care of. Now you got some other guys. Amani Hooker, he's going into his fourth year. He's going to be up. David Long going to have to get paid a little bit too. Evans and Brown might be on the way out. Monty Rice, I apologize to Monty Rice. Shark, you remember.
I was on the show.
You remember what I felt with Monty Rice. Can't lie, I was wrong. I was wrong. So
Zach Cunningham.
And Zach my God. Oh my God. I think he's still under contract. I think he's still under contract, but he'll be back. So, a lot of people saying definitely a failure. He says Sierra will be close to home in Atlanta.
Hey, you're just saying.
Season's a failure. Can't tell me otherwise. Somebody say he's still better than Baker. Who?
Yeah.
Tannehill?
He's probably
Better than Baker Mayfield?
Bro, Tyreek Hill just.
Oh my goodness! Whoa!
Tyreek Hill.
What the heck just happened? Man.
And they still got another minute left.
Philip Maddox has been bringing it. Loyal to his buddy and will bring back down. And if he does, how should we feel about Vrabel going forward? Not very good. Loyalty is a thing of the past.
Mike Mularkey.
Exactly. Same thing. J-Rob should go to Vrabel and be like, you need to get rid of Downing. Or as much as I got love for you, you're going to be gone. And that's what we need on our offense. A guy that just can flat out fly. And there's a couple of guys in this draft that can do that. The receiver pool, again, is stocked with talent. The O-line, stocked with talent. Quarterback, not so much. Now, Henry ain't going nowhere. We're not even talking about Henry leaving. We're not even talking about Henry leaving. LaShondra, what's up with you? Shout out to you. Appreciate you, hanging out with me in Nashville and along with some of the other fans and all. Pay that dude. So we got some guys we're gonna have to pay. And we're gonna have to definitely take care of our own. I don't know what we're gonna do with Lawan or Roger Saffold. We got decisions on them.
Yep. Ben Jones
is another. And there's a pretty good center, I believe, out of Iowa that's in the draft. If he's there for us, I wouldn't mind scooping up a center. We need a new guy. Tight end. And I think on Upload Show, somebody said Mike Gesicki. That would be awesome.
That would be great.
That would be a good pickup. So if J-Rob can talk another team into taking on Tannehill's contract, he's a magician. And we have seen him do it before.
Yeah,
Jared Goff.
Yeah, I give J-Rob all the praises, man. He that man can work. So we'll see what happens.
Jared Goff contract got traded, so Tannehill should be
right. I mean, if Jared Goff got out of it, I think we can get out of Tannehill's somehow. I'm trying to see is Pep Hamilton. I'm trying to think, what is he doing now? Passing game coordinator. I would say this. Pep Hamilton should definitely get a look. If he's not offensive coordinator already, please do. Please go get this guy. Turn down an interview request for offensive coordinator. Yeah. We need Pep Hamilton. That dude know how to call plays. So that's that on that. And I know I didn't get to everybody's comment and everything. And yeah, y'all need to go apologize to Upload out there if y'all turned on him. Look, I didn't exactly agree with his pick either, but I'm never going to turn on Upload because you know what? Upload's my friend, and I know he knows his stuff. We all know this.
I had no problem with it at all. I was like,
oh my goodness, this is getting crazy. This is getting crazy.
Bro, this game is this. We knew this would be the best game. That's crazy.
Yep. I mean, this is the de facto AFC championship.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy how like last week's game, not counting the Cowboys game, everything was like a blowout, and then as you got like these games have just been down to the wire, man.
Yep. Fishing around usually, Bill.
And you know what, y'all? I did see Keith Bullock's tweet. I'm gonna try to see if I can pull it up. I did see Keith Bullock tweet something.
I thought it when you was talking about get rid of Tannehill.
Yeah,
He
was right though.
He's right. He's right. And I think he said Downing too. So I know it. I'm like, look, and I can't forget about Ola Adeni. Ola Adeni definitely was a good backup for what he's doing.
He was nice.
He's nice. So, again, time for Tannehill to go. It's time for him to go. If you disagree with that, I'm sorry. Sorry for you. Gentlemen, I don't think we're losing Landry because there have been some preliminary negotiations. So I think they're going to try to get Landry back. There have been some reports coming out that J-Rob and Landry's representation have begun some contract talks. So I think definitely Landry should be back.
Yeah, J-Rob's not letting him go.
No.
Exactly. He believes in his draft picks way too much. If they do some good, he's going to keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's that on that. And there it is. They would tag before letting Landry go. Exactly. Because, AJ still has another year. Simmons has pretty much another 2 years. So, I know the pass rush it's going to be expensive for the tag, but 9 times out of 10, Landry's back next year. Whoa. I saw that pass interference.
Ooh, yeah. This is getting good.
He caught it anyway. That's crazy.
Another super chat. We love drafting guys with an ACL. So let's draft Jameson Williams or John Mechie. Worked out for Simmons. True. I'll have to go back and take a look at some Alabama games. I believe Jameson Williams is the faster guy.
Yeah.
Mechie is pretty good. He could be the heir apparent to Julio Jones. I could see that. Can't hurt. So
touchdown.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 3 touchdowns in less than a minute and a half. Wow.
Hey, Vegas had him a game.
Now again, can we do this? Can we be like this?
Josh Allen putting the reins on his back.
Josh
in
Allen.
In Arrowhead. In Arrowhead.
Fans, you're seeing what real quarterbacks look like. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, that's what real quarterbacks look like. That's what real quarterbacks look like. Tannehill is not a real quarterback. Plain and simple. Chris said, we don't pass the ball like that. Yeah, especially when your boy throwing 3 interceptions.
You know what's crazy about all of this? Jimmy G has worse stats than Tannehill in the playoffs, but somehow still finds a way to win. I don't know
finds a way to win. He's a real quarterback, a football god.
Dang.
And to think, there were a lot of people that were not high on Josh Allen when he first got drafted.
Even his rookie year.
There were people saying, was Josh Allen the guy? They thought he would not be the guy.
I won't lie. He has come into his own, to be honest. He really has.
And he got a little moxie to him.
He did.
He has some moxie to him. Mahomes, he has a little moxie to him.
Even
Joe Burrow has some moxie to him. Tannehill does not.
He was ballers.
Run, got us a loss. No, run was working. Your Tannehill lost it.
Should have stuck with run.
Thank you.
At that wide receiver screen pass after we ran.
Reggie, only regular season good. Mr. Titan, I know you got the bounce. I know you got the kids and everything. But before you go at the end of this, I'm going to give you the floor. Tell everybody where they can find your great content.
Find me on Twitter, Mr._Titan5, or on Instagram as well. Same thing, Mr. Titan. Or just check on YouTube. I actually have Justin McCarron's got an interview with him. If you guys don't remember, wide receiver, played with us for a little bit back in the day. Funny thing is, we talked about, because again, he was one of the only Titans to play on the 2001 team again with McNair, and then rejoined the Titans in 2008. So technically, two of the best squads we had in a long, long time in Titans era. So we actually talk a little bit about that. So check out Mr. Titan on YouTube. Again, got a bunch of interviews of Titan players, and again, I try to do little breakdowns. Not like this man right here that just breaks it all down. I love the show though, and thank you guys so much for watching, and hope to see you guys on the channel.
Absolutely. And he has also Cage Talk, where he talks to some MMA guys. He has some wrestling guys.
Yep.
He knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. And one other thing, by the way, before we get out, you notice how Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, he makes his other guys look good, makes them better. Tannehill doesn't do that. But Sharky, before we get out of here as well, your turn, sir. Please tell them where they can find your great work as well.
For sure, man. Follow me on Twitter at LBR Tighten Up, my Titans podcast page, and find me on YouTube at Let's Tighten Up Pod. Also follow my personal page on Twitter, DAONE_P Shark. I host 3 different podcasts and a podcast network, so you check out all my other podcasts from there. Also, if you're a Grizzlies fan, I have a Memphis Grizzlies podcast as we're doing well this season.
We're definitely gonna be doing some Grizzly stuff coming up at some point. Very much in the coming later on this year. Believe me, got some jaw talk.
Yes, sir.
We gotta definitely talk some jaw, because the Grizzlies are putting in work. So as we can see, we got this last 8 seconds of this game, which, I mean, hey, respect. So everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all to everybody. We had like almost 60, 70 people in here.
Nice.
You know, I appreciate that. Hope everybody hit the like button that's in there. Please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Help me get to 1,200. And I got a lot of big things coming forward. I may do one more show this Wednesday, kind of give my off-season award, my season awards. And after that, I'm probably going to be on a hiatus for about a month. You know, maybe maybe draft talk, that's probably when I'll start back up. Maybe after the Senior Bowl, see who some guys that look good during the Senior Bowl that we could take a look at. So definitely going to be tuning into the Senior Bowl on February 5th. And oh my goodness, they're getting in field goal range. Oh my God, it looks like this game is not going to end. Like, this is a real football game. We had a good one yesterday, but this one is exactly what we thought. So everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you to P Shark. Thank you to Mr. Titan. Thanks to all of you. Bid thee a good night. And as sad as it's been, we just got to tighten up.
Yep.
Because that's all we know how to do.
Man.
Good night, y'all.